Today's episode, guys, we're going into the future. Okay, we're going to be talking about IoT, we're going to be talking about NFTs, the metaverse, whole lot of information in today's episode, guys. We're also going to be going over the Facebook outage from yesterday. Now, before you turn away, it's important to talk about because of headlines like this. Facebook blackout sparks ideas for Web 3.0. Okay, that's an interesting topic we're going to discuss today, as well as NFT startup Dapper Labs acquires a virtual influencer brand in the form of Brud or Brood. Not entirely sure yet. We'll figure it out though. Another project, guys, I wanted to introduce you to was Erta. Now, the potential behind this is kind of interesting. We're going to analyze it in this episode today, guys. Introduce you to a new potential project. Now, it does say Binance Smart Chain, and the popular opinion on the Binance Smart Chain is that it's not the best, it's not the smartest of chains. However, what they're producing here with this new dynamic NFT metaverse, as they call it, is quite interesting, guys. And I'm also going to introduce you guys, kind of, sort of, an introduction because I've mentioned this project on this channel before, is IOTX. Okay. I'm going to introduce you to IOTX for a couple reasons. One of them being the enormous amount of connections that they have to Facebook at this current time. June 2020, Facebook, IOTX R3 among new members of Confidential Computing Consortium. There is a lot to talk about when it comes to that, guys. So let's get into the episode, guys. We're going to start with this NFT startup Dapper Labs acquisition because Brood, guys, Brud. I think it's a play off of the word bro or bruh, but that's not the focus. The focus is what they're looking to bring to the table. Now, Dapper Labs, NFT startup behind NBA Top Shot, which we know, which was recently valued at $7.5 billion, made an interesting acquisition, telling Decrypt that they have purchased the virtual influencer startup Brud and will be bringing the 32-person team on board. Brud is best known for its digitally rendered social media characters, specifically one named Lil Makila. The startup spawned several other players in the space when it caught attention back in 2018. However, the virtual influencer space hasn't seen any explosions in interest and has stayed pretty niche over the last few years. Now, that's all about the change. This is why I brought this story to you guys. This is why I've started to highlight Flow and Dapper Labs because of the moves they're starting to make in the metaverse. Now, this article asks the question, what do they want with a company like Brud? Well, when I went to that website, their website, guys, Bruddies. Yeah, okay, now it makes sense. But looking at the website, guys, you can pretty much now guess what they want with this company. The metaverse, we know, is the future, guys. Okay. And companies are moving into position now to position themselves for what's coming. Create worlds, design narratives, make Brud. So, Brud is creating a community owned media and collective built in worlds. This is all metaverse tech, okay? So, what does Dapper Labs want with a company like this? They want to stick their fingers deeper into the coming metaverse, guys. So, big move for Dapper Labs. You know, all of this is going to be connected to the Flow blockchain, guys. So, that's an opportunity for you right there. Of course, it's not financial advice. I feel like I haven't said that in a long time, but it's in the description, so you guys know. But I'm liking the way this Brud looks, guys. These Bruddies, they're gonna make a lot of noise next year, guys. And something else I just want to highlight. This is the team. This is the team, guys. Okay. Now, one thing I want you to take away from this is that this is what millionaires look like now. This is us, guys. This is our generation. We have taken over the world. We have really taken over the world. But the focus here, guys, is Dapper Labs digging deeper into the metaverse. And I like what they're coming with, guys. I like what they're coming with. So if you're holding Flow, more power to you. You got you a quite substantial asset. I will say that. The more I learn about Dapper and Flow, more I am convinced. But let's talk about this new dynamic NFT metaverse on Binance's smart chain. Okay, now Eartha is this new play to earn game, P to earn, P to E game with an existing backstory launching on Binance Smart Chain. Unlike anything else, the game will encompass an accurate life simulation on a massive scale where players will be able to micromanage their companies and countries in a satisfying and rewarding way. So, guys, what this project is, in a nutshell, is much like a civilization building game, just far out advanced. Okay, we're talking post-apocalyptic Earth here. Why? Well, let me just show you their site, guys. Okay, because they have a trailer on here that is gonna kind of blow your mind. Now, I'm gonna mute this, for copyright purposes and such. But just take a look at this, guys. This is the illustration of the backstory for the game. Like I said, you're dealing with a post apocalyptic world here, you know, doom, devastation. We made a bunch of bad decisions that led to our ruin, so forth and so on. Now the world has to be restarted. Okay. This is the type of story that catches on, guys. We all know that humanity seems to be obsessed with its own demise. Speaking from a psychological perspective here, guys. I don't want to get too deep, but those who know what I'm talking about. But this project Eartha here is quite unique, guys. Now, as this trailer is about to get into, this is some real deep, far end science that we're dealing with, guys. That's why the theme of this episode is internet based. Okay. So, taking a look at Eartha, guys, we are seeing all types of future tech here. All types of future tech. That is why I am impressed by this. It's definitely gonna have some potential. Now, it's an open, immersive world. I like to call it a massively multiplayer metaverse open world role playing game. Okay, and that is going to be, especially because of that section there, the war. Uh, that it's a very popular niche, guys. It's not ever going to not be popular. I don't believe so, especially with the metaverse looking to open everybody up to things. But you can enter the metaverse and first ever in DeFi gaming ecosystem. It's powered by the Eartha token. Now, token sales schedule, they are right now only doing the land sale, I believe, but they're right now in funding rounds for the token. Okay, there will only be 20 million at this point right now. So looking at the release schedule, guys, it's going to be distributed among seed, private round, community round, staking, development, and the team fund allocation. 5% to the seed, 20% in private, about 39%, 25% going to development, and 9% going to the team. Okay, those metrics are good to me, guys. Now, where can we get this coin? That I have not discovered yet. However, it's it's still in its early stages. If you guys know more about Eartha, of course, let me know. But this project it interests me, guys, and I wanted to share it with you. Now, it makes me want to reference another project here. Before we change the subject, it's Render. Keep reiterating Render to you guys. I keep bringing up Render to you guys. Of course, you can get it on KuCoin, but distributed GPU rendering on the blockchain. None of this stuff would be possible without GPU rendering. Okay. So, as we know that the metaverse is coming into the fold, we have to be aware of the attached technology that goes along with it, guys. But you can feel free to explore Eartha. It's Eartha, ERTHA.io. You can get more information on that, guys. Looks pretty interesting to me. But let's get a little bit deeper, okay? When it comes to technology, guys, we're going to get a little bit deeper into the sauce. We're I'm going to share with you some information from this report showcasing the potential of IOTA and other distributed ledger technologies. Okay. This comes from the NTBA, the International Authority for Blockchain. Now, the reason why I brought them up in the conversation is because, of course, yesterday we talked about ISO 222, the coins that were involved. IOTA is definitely locked in because they are one of the founding members for the INTBA, which is one of the main partners for ISO 222. So, thinking about doing an upcoming live stream so that way we can talk about all of these projects, guys, because if we can hone in on those specific projects and get involved before the rest of the world knows, we'll be good to go for 2022 and beyond. But the information I wanted to share with you guys, in 2019, IOTA became a founding member of the International Association of Trusted Blockchain Applications. That's the correct way to say that. But in the pursuit of its mission to promote global adoption of blockchain and distributed ledger technology. Now, this report leveraged member expertise to highlight the potential of blockchain and DLT to tackle such issues as climate change, poverty, inequality, food waste, corruption, and other areas covered by the UN Sustainable Development Goals. Now, these sustainable developments, okay, nations all over the world are trying to achieve these. That has come down from the World Economic Forum, Agenda 21, if you will. There are so many documents that will, if you do a little bit of research and you dig a little bit, you will see that all of the stuff that we're seeing now was written down in the 80s, in the 90s. Okay. Everything's just playing out. That is why I focus on this market the way I do, guys, because so much of the information is being, it's almost like a refresher for me, because before I was in crypto, I was studying business, corporations, the history of money, all these other things, right? Now names are repeating themselves, terms are being repeated, and I can see the picture forming. But this Sustainable Development Goals, a collection of 17 interlinked global goals designed according to the UN as a blueprint to achieve a better and more sustainable future for all, guys. More terms, this could be called Agenda 2030, all types of stuff, guys. But their focus here with this report was simply to highlight the ability of IOTA and distributed ledger technology to bring forth some of these results, guys. So that is why I wanted to, again, bring you more information on IOTA. They they haven't been in the news as much recently, not since, the news about them joining the European Union, the blockchain consortium and things like that. But you don't really need much else. Okay, you don't really need much else. Just go to the website, check out their blogs, guys. Look at the technology, follow them on Twitter. You can see IOTA is definitely leading this charge, guys. Now, I want to show you a chart courtesy of Crypto Slate. Okay, you can cryptoslate.com. They have these organized for all the sectors, guys, all the sectors. But of course, we're going to focus on the IoT sector. All right, sector dominance 0.20%. They are slowly creeping in, guys, but you can see that the top ranking projects when it comes to IoT is IOTA and IOTX. Why isn't VeChain on this list? I'm not necessarily sure, but then again, VeChain does so many things. These two, IOTA and IOTX, which we'll get to in a little bit, they are the ones you want to look at when it comes to the IoT sector, guys. So just real quick, wanted to share this blog report with you guys because of the fact that in the Intuba is involved, and we were talking about Intuba yesterday, and the way that the pieces came at me, guys, it was very interesting. It was very interesting, and it made putting this episode together a little bit easier. But let's talk about, before we get to our last segment, let's talk about this Facebook blackout and what it really activated, okay? What it really caused to happen. As we know, Facebook blackout sparks ideas for Web 3.0. Crypto advocates remind that socially accountable and helpful media platforms are responsible for decentralization. Now, this is all coming at the same time that this whistleblower has come out, so forth and so on. The public still doesn't know that Facebook is developing a stable coin. So, all of this is merely theater, but it's quite interesting theater. So, getting just reviewing the events that occurred if you're not on Facebook and have no idea or just didn't care about what happened. Facebook's conglomerate of social applications, Instagram, WhatsApp, Messenger, and the virtual reality headset Oculus all suffered a major power outage on Monday, switching the platforms offline for a total of 6 hours to the effect of billions of users and businesses around the world. Now, that is what is so scary about this is because there are businesses that run on Facebook, strictly on Facebook. A lot of people lost money yesterday because Facebook went down. Now, the most interesting part that has come out of all of this, though, is while Facebook was going down, Twitter, Telegram, TikTok were going up, right? Now, it gets better. As we know, Jack Dorsey has heralded Bitcoin for its technology, its decentralization, and how it has the ability to liberate us and take us into the new internet. That has been his position all year. Now, the combination of the whistleblower incident and the government already coming down on Zuckerberg and the Lightning Network, El Salvador, all of these events are connected, guys. Trust and believe. In it, Twitter it has was added to Kathy Ark's innovation ETF when it comes to blockchain related cryptos. Okay. So that was announced at the beginning of the year. Ever since then, Jack Dorsey has been essentially turning Twitter into a decentralized service, integrating NFTs, integrating the Lightning Network. It's clear that he is aiming to do something that Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg does not see yet. Okay? But, however, at the same time, what Mark Zuckerberg is doing with Facebook kinda is 6 times bigger than NFTs and integrated in the Lightning Network. It will help. It will help Twitter and Facebook what Twitter is doing right now. This blackout and the reaction that it caused, it turned attention to different projects. It actually strengthened the attention on Twitter for right now because what Facebook DM is going to do, it's going to require the Lightning Network and the developments that Twitter is practicing right now. Okay? There's no way Facebook is going to go down. There are way too many people connected to this network. But what they have to do is obviously stress test it. Okay? They have to see what the reaction would be if once this new system is ported onto Facebook, what would happen if they took it away? Okay? So many different ways you can look at this, guys, but zooming all the way out, looking at the long term, this happened for a reason. That's my opinion on that, guys. But before we go, I want to introduce you to IOTX. Speaking of Facebook, let's talk about IOTX because this is a very powerful project. Now, of course, like we saw on the list here, guys, the price of IOTX right now, and it's been pumping. It's been going crazy, okay? 7 cents. IOTA is $1.25. I've seen IOTA go as high as $2 this year. So be prepared for that to happen again. But IOTX was not as known the last time IOTA was at $2. We're now sitting above 54K as the time of recording. So the market is about to see some life. Definitely, right? When it comes to the IoT space, guys, these are we know this is an emerging sector. It's going to address a whole lot of issues and it's going to accentuate blockchain technology in a way that we can't see right now. So we know us knowing that these are the top two projects that we need to be involved in, IOTA and IOTX. Now, little bit about IOTX, guys. Already connected over 8,000 devices, over 13 million transactions. The community is over 200,000 people strong, over 30,000 stakers already on the platform. You can stake IOTX on KuCoin. There's other places, but I mentioned KuCoin because QR code to the left here will send you directly to it. But I first got word of IOTX, guys, when I was watching fellow YouTuber Blockchain Monkeys. Make sure you go and subscribe to him, get involved in that jungle. But he broke down IOTX's connections, specifically their connections centered around Coinbase, Silicon Valley, and that's just that whole region of the country because their offices are too close to very important people. One of those people being Zuckerberg himself. And as you can see, guys, their technology is very vast, it's very unique. Right now, they are known for the UCAM, first blockchain powered home security camera that protects your home and loved ones, kind of like a Ring setup. So, this is a next generation Ring device. We all know how dominant that was, how it's stuck, and everybody is using it right now, residential services. So, imagine getting involved in something like Ring before it even hit the market. Okay. Now, just some more information to send you down the rabbit hole, guys. You go over to IOTX website and you look at their press section, and it just takes you through the list of some of the headlines that have come out in the last year or so. Okay. Newsweek, International Business Times. Okay. These are publications that are targeted at certain people, right? CoinDesk, Cointelegraph, this we know. But the one I wanted to show you about this one with Facebook, IOTX, and R3. Just the combination of those titles in the same sentence should already tell you the type of rooms that IOTX is looking to work in. So just wanted to shed some information on that, guys. Like I said, if you want to get more information about IOTX, like I said, I discovered it from Blockchain Monkeys. He's very well versed in IOTX. So make sure you guys go subscribe to him. However, guys, that's all I have for this episode, guys. Let's look at the charts as we walk out the door. 54K Bitcoin. Oh, this is a beautiful thing to see, guys. And Shiba Inu, for the third time in a row, is up double digits. I'm kind of getting scared. But IOTX, as you can see, guys, up 16%. Okay. Facebook in the news. IOTX, in relationship with Facebook. They call this the most manipulated market in history, and I'm starting to see why. But hey, if we know, then we can take advantage of that. But IOTX up 15%, guys. But Bitcoin is the main story of the day. You can see all the technicals are very beautiful. Both charts right now giving me the double confirmation that this is gonna go for a minute, especially on the weekly. The daily, however, now word of caution. Let's read this right because remember the Tezos incident. But we are very close to this top band here. So the rally for today might slow down. It might slow down for the rest of the day. Thursday, we might be quiet. We might just stay right here at 53, 54. But the weekend always brings good things. Bitcoin is always trying to close the weekend out in strong fashion. Well, at least this week, in my opinion. But that's all I got for you guys. We talked a lot today. If you stuck around to the end, I do graciously thank you. Make sure you hit that like button and, of course, subscribe so that way you never miss an update on global crypto adoption with a global perspective. Of course, you can reach me directly at the QR code or the links down in the description, both of which is there for your convenience. But with all that being said, guys, have a great day. Have a prosperous day. Most importantly, make that money. I'll see y'all in the next one.